Hello, my name is Simba, and last time we started work on a steel factory, but I left a lot of belts lying around and was running out of steel a lot. So we gotta figure out where to put all of these belts. So I'm gonna sort them into copper, iron, coal, and limestone, and I'll be right back. And with a whole lot of spaghetti later, we got all the belts sorted out. Yay! Next step, we need to start placing down our blueprints with all the smelters. So each of these blueprints will do 16 smelters. So we're going to need 5 for iron and 2 for copper. And now we know where the items need to go, we can actually get them there. So let's pop in a few conveyor belt floor holes and try and get some iron up here to these smelters. And now for the next hard part. Now that I've kind of got the lifts in, we have to figure out how to get the iron that I put on the opposite side all the way over here. Yay! Alright, you gotta bear in mind, this probably isn't gonna look that great. I just need it to work. And work it does. Heck yeah. And this is another problem with putting the iron on this far side. Every single belt that I need kind of has to cross it. Well, at least all the copper does. But it shouldn't be too bad. I mean, I use straight conveyor belts. That should look good, right? Right? Right. Now that we have the iron figured out, let's figure out the foundries for the steel. I believe I need 2.5 of these. Blueprints of 12. And now with all the foundries set up, we need to load balance all of these coal lines running to them. Alright, now that we have the coal and the iron set up, I think it's finally time to take all of that concrete we just made at the last factory and bring it all the way over to this one. This is going to take a lot of conveyor belts, but it's life. So to help make this go a little bit faster, I made a blueprint of 3 belts together and have pressed R to turn on auto connect mode. So now I can click once and they'll grab, and I can walk this thing super far. Instead of building 1 belt at a time, I get to build 3. Yay! Efficiency! And it's also really satisfying when it builds. But this is what I'm going to be doing. I'll catch you guys in a minute. So it's actually the next day. This project is taking a lot longer than I thought it would. But it's getting somewhere for sure. I mean, I got a lot of belts in. I got some machines set up. Now I gotta set up refineries to make even more concrete. So we've got to run a belt line down here somewhere through this mess. Gosh, when will I ever be done with this? Well, hopefully it shouldn't be too hard. I already have a blueprint for this. Yeah, they should work. Oh. Yeah. Well, that's interesting. But I love this auto connect blueprint feature. When I first played the game, they didn't have it. It was just all around not a good time. But this is so amazing. I love this. Just watching it build is fun too. Okay, so now it's time to, well, place the refineries. But future Simba here, I placed them down backwards 2 times and didn't get it correct until the 3rd time around. So I will be tearing this down and replacing it at some point in the video. I don't know when yet. Alright, so the next step in making wet concrete is making water. So if you place a platform down in the water, it makes it a little bit cleaner to place down your water extractors. Hold on, let me try and place, yeah, 1 up higher. Yeah, see how it's snapping more now? I should be able to line this up nicely with a platform. Yeah, that would be good enough. Yeah, that's really nicely lined up. I like this. Alright, I placed down 6 fluid extractors. Now it's just time to hook up the water. After getting that all sorted out, I can check the board and see we need to make 22 more foundries to make all of the steel pipes and beams, and we need about 600 and 450 of each respectively. Where am I gonna fit that? Well, I guess the most logical choice would be right next to the concrete and the steel ingots, so basically right in front of the board. Time to span down a few of these and figure out the logistics. Alright, so once we get this thing placed down, I already know that the belts aren't going to be good enough entirely for us to be able to run it, so I'm going to have to add some more items to the belts partway through this system. So let me try and figure out where I can squeeze this in at. Why not? I mean, I don't think I'm ever looking inside of here again. Are you guys? Yeah, why not? This is for sure something. Oh yeah, like a glove. Like a glove. I knew we could do it, guys. Alright, now it's time to do the same thing on the upper level of this blueprint, where you can really see the mess I'm making. But if it works, I mean, at the end of the day, like, I'm gonna try to make it look somewhat good, but I'm not gonna kill myself trying to make this factory look immaculate. At the end of the day, I'm still playing a game and still want to have fun. I don't want to have OCD. Alright, so I just went ahead and load balanced all the belts from the steel running over to the new foundries I just set up. Now I gotta figure out how to get the concrete over there too, and load balance those belts as well. Yay. Alright, now that we have the steel beam blueprint set up, time to set up the steel pipe blueprint. And my next challenge, trying to figure out this belt work. Ugh, I do not think I like that. This could work. This could possibly work. Okay. Let's see what we can do. Oh, there we go. There's something. There's something for sure. Yeah, let's use another lift. Why not? Perfect. Now I'll go around and set some recipes, and I'll be right back. Oh yeah, now it's starting to look like a delicious plate of spaghetti, honestly. I wanted to make things more clean this season, but yeah, I don't feel like sacrificing my mental energy for that in the slightest. If it works, it works. And I haven't turned any of this on, so I don't actually know if it works, but we'll find out in the future, together. But for now, I still need to do a little bit more logistics running around. I'll be back for another update soon. Alright, I figured I'd kind of give you guys an aerial view of what we've managed to accomplish so far. I'd say there's a few presents on the ground, but this is so much. This has been so much time. I'd say this is at least 10 hours or so. Just on trying to get all these belts organized, get all these machines down in a somewhat responsible kind of thing. And I'm still realizing that not everything's connected up properly. It's like I haven't turned on most of this stuff yet, so I really don't know how this is gonna go. But, like I said, we'll figure it out together. Yay. Alright, so I went ahead and turned on the power so I could kind of get a feel for what is and isn't working in this factory so far. So I haven't set anything up to do with the copper, but the iron should be running great. I see concrete running just fine. Wait a second, hold on. Are those refineries backwards? Oh no. I'm gonna have to redo so much stuff. Yep. For the most part though, everything else seems to be working, so that's good, right? Okay, so I went ahead and turned those around off camera. Now I have to... I didn't realize I didn't put logistics on the upper layers of these foundry blueprints. So now I have to set that up for both sides real quick. But I think I'm running out of problems to fix, and that's a good sign. Alright, but after that, I think I'm just about out of time this episode. All of the mistakes that I've made and the ways I've decided to do things have cost me a lot of time in making this. So, for now, I'm just gonna hook up some storages for these things so I can have a backlog of these items. And, I guess I'm gonna call that it for this episode. I hope everybody had happy holidays. I'll see you guys next Wednesday. Peace out.